Now, in our first story, the Media Foundation for West Africa is vowing to go to court if they must to compel the National Communications Authority to furnish it with documents relating to the shutdown of some radio stations. According to the Executive Director, Suleiman Abrahima, the decision by the NCA to charge 2,000 cedis before providing them with the information on the closed radio stations suggests that it is trying to hide something.
Refusal by the NCA to present the information to us and the demand for as much as 2,000. We've started this advocacy. We have engaged the public. The public must know why we are doing this. And that is why we've invited you for this encounter. And we're going to continue with the demand. And as I've said, it may require that we go to court, and that is not something that we would hesitate. Indeed, already we've spoken to our lawyers, and I believe that if the situation remains as it is, perhaps we will go to the law courts for the courts to determine whether the information we requested for, and based on what is available at the NCA should charge us to pay 2,000 before they present the information to us, and whether or not that will not be an affront to the RTI law.
Now, the Media Foundation for West Africa has also been saying that the National Communication Authority is making a mockery of the Right to Information law. According to the foundation, that was not what the media and civil societies fought for, and so it will not pay the 2,000 cedis being demanded by the NCA, as it will set a bad precedent. The foundation says it believes the decision to close some radio stations was discriminatory and politically motivated.
What our aspirations were, the hopes that we had, that the obstacles that we are always confronted with in terms of access to information will be resolved by the right to information legislation. Perhaps institutions are even going to make it more difficult using that same law. How many journalists can afford to pay 2,000 Ghana cedis before accessing such a fundamental piece of information? And our point is that, yes, it may be legitimate to pay a certain amount, but not for basically generating information that is sitting on your database, sending that information via email to a requester. If we were to do that, it will set such a bad precedent. And as an organization that is advocating for media freedom, supporting journalistic work and all of that, if we were to go ahead and do that, the next time it will be you as a journalist who will be requesting for information from the Ministry of Education, from the Ghana Health Service, from the Public Procurement Authority, and you would be told to pay 5,000 or 2,000 because, as he says, a precedent had been set in the Bars Branding saga and in the recent case of the Electoral Commission. And that is something that we don't want to do, but at the same time, we insist that public information belongs to the public. It is therefore untenable for a public institution to decide that the way to go about its work is to hide vital information from the public in order to perhaps cover up exercise that they had undertaken, in which they, went about it with a lot of discrimination. And we believe, as I said, that the whole exercise was politically motivated. And therefore, we would continue to pursue the demand for this information, which is in exercise of our fundamental right to access information. And we call on you to join us in this debate.